I'm Don Kuiper, and I coached the 1976 girls basketball team that went to the state tournament in that year. So, well, I was always involved in athletics growing up and through college, and I started coaching right away when I started teaching. I've coached a lot of sports at different times. I think about the only thing I didn't coach was wrestling and gymnastics maybe and that kind of stuff. But I just like seeing the reaction of the girls when they learn things and to teach them and hope that we taught them not only the fundamentals of the game, but just what it means like in life and to try hard and work hard and whatever you're going to do. And the success and some not successes, but they learned a lot, I think, through that. It was a great season. It was one of the very first seasons that we had Minnesota State High School League tournaments. Our first game was against Sioux Falls, Washington. It was their last game of the year and our first game of the year ever. And they beat us, but we played pretty good. In the second half, we did some good things and really enjoyed it. It was fun. The kids enjoyed it. They were always close games. All of them were that very first time. And there were only two classes at that time. There was an A class and a double A class. So we were playing in the double A class against the bigger schools and in the state too. So that was something different at that particular time. I think that was the whole idea that it was new. They worked hard. They kind of took into everything that we were trying to teach them. We worked hard at it, I think that was a good part. Just to see their from the beginning of the season to the end of the season was a great success for us, I think. It's kind of neat. I was sitting there a little while ago just thinking about what side of the floor we're on, what our locker room was like. I did some interviews before halftime, before the game started, and it was fun. It brought back a lot of memories. I hope so, and right now I know that I had a call from two of the girls that were not coming because of the snowstorm. But I know that I think at one time we thought we were going to have had 7 of them, so I'm hoping that we got some of them. Some of them are staying here in the city, so I hope they're going to be here and the weather cooperates for us. So,
Joan Fagerness, and I was a guard, I guess. Guard forward.
What was I?
Guard.
Catherine Hosman, guard.
Julie Smith, and I was a center.
Well, we're alive.
Yeah.
No, life's been good.
And
Life's
we're together,
been good.
and we're together, and that's sweet after 50 years.
Me, I was in the Army for 6 years. I was a firefighter paramedic in Hawaii. I was married to a woman for 35 years till she died a couple years ago and broke my heart. And I have 2 stepdaughters, 5 grandchildren, and 6 great-grandchildren.
And I married my high school sweetheart, and so we've been married for I don't know how many years, whatever that is. And we have 3 sons and 2 grandsons, and I've worked for the county for most of my time, and we just stick together when we can.
To sit and watch now the national games and things like that, and Caitlin, and to have the whole nation kind of riveted on what's happening in women's sports, it's just so rewarding. And when I tell my grandkids that I couldn't play until my senior year, they don't believe me. And that's wonderful. I love that. That means that's how far we've come.
That it was magical that we went. We couldn't. I didn't even know there was states, and then we ended up going to state. So It was wonderful.
It was, and it felt like a dream.
It was.
It felt
it was
like
a dream.
And
to get to play sports after all those years watching our brothers play sports.
That season, oh my gosh, it was so exciting. To be able to play. That was the big thing. My older sisters, they had fought and they had tried to fight for the rights to have women's sports. My sister was a super golfer, better than any of the guys on the golf team, and she couldn't play. So the fact that we could play, my whole family would come and watch. That we'd have some games where the bands would be there. We had cheerleaders. It was unbelievable to see the support that we had.
Yeah, one of the things that we played in the old Met Center, which is where the hockey games were, and they laid the floor right over the top of the ice, and we played the basketball floor there, and that was where we played our first game. You could actually see in some of the cracks in the wood, you could actually see and feel the ice underneath there. So Yeah, that was an exciting part, I think, for us also. And we had a pre-banquet where we met all the teams, and we all got to talk about our teams and that kind of stuff with all the teams that were part of it. And I think that was actually held out at one of the big buildings out at the airport at that time. But it was a great experience. The State High School League did a great job in organizing it for the very first time. Our last game was here, and ended up getting beat 2 games. We played the very first game of the tournament, and we lost that. And then we had to play at 8:30 the next morning for the consolation game. And the one thing I remember about that is we were warming up, and all of a sudden I hear our school song, and I look over, there's some kids playing our school song on kazoos, or those little instruments or whatever they were called, the kazoos. So I kind of remember that. That was kind of fun. Well, the game is a lot different than it was when we played. I mean, at the very beginning, it was a slower game. There wasn't the skills were not near what they have now. And I think the biggest thing is just the speed and the height and the strength of the girls nowadays is so much different. The game is so much faster and stronger than what we had when we were playing.
Just how far the girls have come. It's so much fun to watch them now. I feel like we were at the beginning learning the basics, and we just learned that we played with the regular size basketball, and they've reduced that size for women. But we didn't know that at the time when we were playing. We played with just the same standard basketball.
Yeah.
And we just learned that tonight.
Yeah, and then went to a smaller ball a few years later.
Oh, it taught me so many leadership skills. So there's a couple things. It taught me discipline that I carried through my whole life and my whole career. But it also taught me teamwork and leadership. Balancing those two is really critical. I had a consulting company, and I had to learn how to be not only a team member, but a leader at times, and have that interchange back and forth, and let somebody else have the ball and score. You know when to take it and when you can do it. I mean, just lifelong lessons. And Coach Kuiper was unbelievable. He taught us, we had Kuiper the year before, and he took us to another level. He taught us the fundamentals that we didn't learn as girls at that time. So he took us back, and we were all willing to go backwards in order to go forward.
Well, the whole idea, I think, of just to play hard, work hard. You're going to have ups and downs, whatever you do. And the best thing is just pull yourself together. And I guess the other good thing would be surround yourselves with good friends, whether it be in sports or school or wherever it is. But just surround yourself with people that have the same philosophy that you have and the same values that you have, and surround yourself with them. And I think that's what helps, I think, in basketball and any sport, really. When they get together, I think they form those comp bonds real well.
Yes,
Just keep
girls,
playing.
Shine on, girls.
Yeah, shine on. Keep on playing. Keep breaking records. Keep doing it.
Just celebrate where we are. Keep fighting for it, because every day we see rights of men and women eroded, and at risk. So everybody's got to just keep promoting equal opportunities for people to do things, and to shine. There should be nothing that holds any of us back.